This case has been going on for over a decade. The Enforcement Directorate late last year had registered a fresh case under the PMLA's criminal provisions. Tax evasion, fraud and money laundering are the charges that the Gandhis face. The BJP is hit out at the Congress's attempt to shield the first family.
No.
Since morning, the ED is conducting raid in 12 locations across the country regarding the National Herald case. To talk more on this, I have been joined by Dr. Subramanian Swamy. Sir, the ED is conducting raids in 12 locations, including the National Herald House and other locations in Lucknow and Kolkata as well. What are your thoughts on this, sir?
Well, it was overdue. I'm sorry that what I originally filed as a complaint after getting the Gandhis in to take a bail and so on in the main four IPC sections, and after that I went on to the associated parts, which is where did they get the money, how did they get the money. So ED was asked for to go into this question of the Dortex fiasco, and in fact it was a fraud, and they didn't, because Mr. Jaitley was of the view that we should not investigate these things, and he didn't see anything wrong. But then in 2019 I gave a much larger documentation, and then of course the ED registered a case, and now they are in the process of concluding it, because they have to do these interrogations and then put a charge sheet and start the trial. So I think whatever the ED is doing systematically, and I don't understand what is there to protest. Do you mean to say that during Congress period there weren't these kinds of things done? Some of us had faced all kinds of false cases, which I won in court, like, hate speech here, this kind of rubbish, you see. There were no, they couldn't find anything else. So they went on to create problems for me in the social arena by saying that I was anti-Muslim, and therefore I should be prosecuted. Of course, they failed in every one of those cases. So, but we didn't complain, we didn't do demonstrations, nothing of the kind. And we went to court and fought. And the same thing they should be doing. Going to court, fighting it. Don't ask for adjournment. Say, no, we want day-to-day hearing. They don't do any of that. This demonstration is for what? To fool the people? The public is unhappy, so therefore, if you catch a crook and he has got lots of followers in a village, doesn't mean I don't catch him. There are people like Haji Mastan and so on who had a lot of support in the areas they were living in Bombay. So I think the Congress is discrediting itself, and they're only publicizing their own crimes, and I think we should just ignore it, and the ED should go forward with it.
Sir, today also there was protest by...
So that was Subramanian Swamy, who's the original petitioner as far as the National Herald case is concerned, giving his views and saying that this action is long delayed. We're going to slip into a very quick break. Siddharth will be back with the news on the other side. Stay tuned.